Hey guys, Fox here. Time for some game gots for the month of April 2022. Let's hop to it. First thing is I got a little keychain from the National Video Game Museum. I posted a video of just kind of like a brief walkthrough of some of the interesting things that I saw there, and this is kind of what that center statue cluster they have. But I thought it was a nice little thing to grab to, remember the museum by. Got a couple other pins. I just like enamel pins, and I just hang them up, and I got a little board on the wall where I can hang these and display them in. One thing I found at the National Video Game Museum actually was this 20th anniversary for Sonic the Hedgehog. Y'all know recently he's had his 30th, so I kind of thought this was neat to see, and it was really cheap, so I thought, why not put it in the pin collection. Here's a really interesting pin that one of my family members found. They found it in their house. They're not sure where they got it, but I thought it was really cool and a nice little piece of video game history. And it's from Nintendo Power, and it's the official Team Power pin. I'm not sure how you got one of these. I'm sure you just mailed in or ordered it from Nintendo, but I thought it was pretty neat to see, and a nice little piece of history in Taiwan, so pretty cool. And the last of the pins, I got this at a video game store while I was in Dallas, and they had them pretty cheap. It was only $5, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for these. And it's Fire Emblem 3 Houses, 3-pin set for each of the 3 major houses. Pretty neat. Those will look good up on the pin wall. At a local retro store, I don't frequent very often, but I really do like it. Very clean, real organized, and they have a lot of stuff, including some Famicom Disk System games. I was like, wow, I don't see those often in these stores. And they had one that I didn't mind having for the Disk System, and that is Stinger or Twinbee. Really cool. You never see them in the boxes, or at least I haven't personally, but I usually find them like this in their little plastic cases with the cover art. But an interesting that this one came with was the manual as well. And I don't have any of these Famicom Disk System manuals, so I thought this was really cool. I like the fun, playful art in here, explaining everything, but really cool to have that with this system game. We have one Game Boy game, but it's an uncommon one, so I was happy to find this. This is one of those games I found actually in Dallas, and it's called Dick Tracy. I found one Game Gear game, and that's Batter Up. Actually, not a bad little baseball game. I was using it to test some of my old Game Gears to see which ones actually still worked. Spoiler, only one of the 3 worked. I'm gonna have to get some of them recapped or something. Got myself a copy of Doom on the SNES. My first red cartridge game, or different color cartridge Super Nintendo game. I don't have any of the other ones, so that's fun to have. Let's see here. We got a manga. I'm a huge Persona 5 fan, as most of you know. See the background. But I got Volume 2 for Mementos Mission. And this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I think they've been getting exclusive covers. And they seem to be getting their books sooner than like places like Amazon. So, very excited to have this. I'm enjoying the story so far. But it's fun to have more story to one of my favorite casts from video games. Sorry guys if I sound a little nasally. It's allergy season and it's wreaking havoc on me. Anyway, on the Wii, I got Back to the Future the game. I do have the remastered version on PS4, and I really like it. It's a good story for Back to the Future. It's kind of like an unofficial fourth movie, if you will. But it's a lot of fun, and it features a time like in the 1920s or late 20s or early 30s where you meet a young Doc Brown. So it's a good story and fun for a Telltale game. This is one of their first ones they made. From Limited Run, I got one of my reproduction Game Boy games that I ordered from them, and it's Tailgater. Really like this cover art. It's pretty fun. It's not one I've really played, but it just looks like a puzzle platformer. I think it'll be a good time. I'll probably pop this into the analog and give it a go. Got some NeoGeo Pocket love this month. Very excited. I just don't find NeoGeo Pocket Color games that often. And usually the prices are a little inflated when you try to buy them online. But I found two at a local store, and their prices were not bad at all, both under $100. So, a piece, mind you. First up is Match of the Millennium, which is pretty much SNK versus Capcom. I hear a lot of people say this is one of the better fighting games on this system. It's a lot of fun. I really love these boxes, and I like the NeoGeo Pocket. It's a fun system. Got the case here and the manual. And the other one I got is Bust-A-Move Pocket. Nothing wrong with a good Bust-A-Move game, so this should be fun to at least play around for 30 minutes or so. Played plenty of Bust-A-Move games, so I'm sure this one is just perfectly fine. And we got the manual and the clamshell case. And to top off the NeoGeo Pocket love, finally, from Limited Run, I got the special edition for the Selections, Volume 1. This is a super cool special edition, guys. I mean, it's awesome. I'll show you the back here. Talking about the systems and all the games on there. Now, yes, most of them are fighting games. Matter of fact, 6 of the 10 are. But what's really awesome is Big Tournament Golf, both the Metal Slugs, and what is that? Dark Arms. But it's a fun one. Regardless, it's just that font is horrible. This should be Dark Arms. But anyway, what's really cool about this special edition is, sorry, it's going to be flashy, as this is a slipcover with the same cover. But what's really nice about it is it opens exactly like the US release. I'm trying to show you here. I'm limited on space here. Sorry about that. On its cover. So where a manual would normally be on this cover, like the small game, they have a poster in there. I'm not going to pull it out. It's just like a general poster with pictures from each of the games and stuff like that. And on this side, they give you a steelbook case, which is pretty awesome. I kind of wish this was colored instead of just the black and blue, but it's still pretty badass. I like it. And then on the back, a list of the titles. I don't think there was anything in here, just a Pocket logo. And then, of course, you get the game itself, which I'm sure a lot of people picked up. And then this just pops out, and you get a really nice, pretty thick book. A complete retrospective and comprehensive survey of these 10 classic NeoGeo Pocket Color games. And it goes into detail on each game. It talks about the color here first. And sorry, bear with me, I'm going to flip over to a page here. And then it'll talk about each game of the 10 games. So here's King of Fighters art round 2. Shows you the cover art, rear art, the cartridge, the manual. Then it'll talk about different things in the game. Like for here, here's the roster. It talks, and it'll show off it being played on the Switch, which is funny because it looks like a NeoGeo Pocket Color inside the Switch screen. That's awesome. And then it just talks about King of Fighters 98, game that it was based off of. So really, really cool book. This is one of those special editions that was definitely worth it. I thought that was really well put together, and honestly, it was worth the wait. It was excellent. Super happy with that purchase. All right, mind me here. Let's move on to more Switch pickups. Lots of them. Most of them limited run, because apparently a lot of my limited run games came out. First up, we have Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. I really wanted this. I have a copy of Zombie Ate My Neighbors, and I enjoy it on the SNES. But I've never played Ghoul Patrol. So, super excited to have this, and I can play it with my buddies, especially around the holidays, Halloween specifically. And it came with some 3D glasses, which I thought was pretty funny. In Dallas, I went to this enormous arcade. I think it was called Cidercade. You know, it was pretty close to downtown Dallas. And pretty much what you did is you go in there. There were cideries, so they had a lot of ciders on tap, hard ciders. And you paid $10 to get into the door. And then you could just buy drinks. And it is one of the biggest fully functional arcades that I've ever been to, you know, in this era. They had so many arcades. I'll try to pop in a little video here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But it was so much fun. They had a whole row of excellent pinball machines. They had classic arcades from the 80s and, you know, some modern ones. It was a ton of fun. I spent a good 4 hours in there playing games. Anyway, one of the games that was in the arcade that I played was Windjammers, something I haven't played before. And me and my buddy played that for an hour, just playing each other nonstop. It was so much fun. And when I got home, I thought, you know what? I remember Limited Run releasing this. I hope it hasn't spiked in value. And luckily, no, it really didn't. So I went ahead and picked up a copy of Windjammers on the Switch. This is a really fun, like, competitive 1v1, like, frisbee game. So much fun, especially to play with your buddies. A lot of good time, very quick, fun matches. This is an excellent game. Another limited run game is Iconfell. This one sparked my interest. A lot of these humble games that actually get ports are pretty damn good. So this one is a very, you know, retro look to it, but it is an RPG, and I'm a sucker for most RPGs, so I went ahead and gave it a shot. I picked up a copy of Haven. I heard good things about this. Saw lots of videos of it, and a couple of my buddies played it and said they really enjoyed it. They liked the story between these two, so I was like, okay, I will pre-order it. And it got here about 9 months later. Non-limited run, but something I'm definitely was gonna pick up, and that's 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim on the Switch. Really love this game. Platinumed it on the PlayStation 4, and now I have another good reason to revisit this awesome story and pretty fun battle mechanics. Another cool thing about this is it comes with some bonus art cards, so that's really cool. Last Switch title is something I think somebody was talking about this game. And they were like, it's actually a pretty fun RPG game. And it was super cheap on Amazon. Unfortunately, I got a crushed box copy. Anyway, Hero Land. This is an Xseed game. And somebody was talking it up. Unfortunately, Amazon decided to, you know, crush it, and I thought, maybe I should send it back and get another copy. I paid $15 for it, so I wasn't that upset. I mean, contents are fine, and really this is the only version I could get. They didn't have like just the disc copy, but it comes with a little pouch and a soundtrack and some little character cards and stuff like that. But this looks like a fun, lighthearted RPG that should be a pretty good time. Hopefully a short one as well. And let's see here, we got Shantae's Risky Revenge on PS5. I like the Shantae games, lots of fun. And this one is one of the best Shantae games in my opinion, lots of fun. Another thing that I did order with this release, because I'm going to just go ahead and get all of these on the PS5. And I'm a sucker for way forward games, so I'll just probably keep all my different versions of Shantae that I have. Anyway, I got the slipcover, so when I do get all 5 of the Shantae releases on the PS5, they'll all slide right in there. I could take out the cardboard later. Alright guys, time for the last thing. Oh, sorry, I had to reach over for it. Something I found at a local antique mall, and something I was hoping I'd find one day, and lucky me, I did. And it was at a great price, $25. And this is something I had as a child, and really hit the nostalgia feels hard when I saw it. I had to buy it, and that is the Super Mario Bros. Aladdin lunchbox. There's a lot of discoloration. It's just these cheap stickers that they put on these back in the day were not of great quality, but it's all intact. And this is going to be a great display piece. And the clasp isn't too rusty. It's a little bit. But a big bonus of it is it had the thermos. This brings back a lot of memories. Sipping apple juice out of one of these suckers. But super cool, 1988. And that's about when I had this, I think. I was in kindergarten or first grade. I'm bringing this to school. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this Game Gods video. And have a good one.